Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the YouTube photography Nikon space, or the photography space in general on YouTube. Over the past 6 months, I've noticed a trend on YouTube. A lot of channels have been popping up talking about photography. Guys getting on camera, talking to you about gear, talking to you about photography, giving you advice on what to buy, how to shoot, what not to buy. If you know anything about my channel, if you know anything about me, when I put out a review, I put in a lot of time and effort making a review. The B-roll footage that I put into making these videos, I make them myself. The lighting, the detail shots, the macro shots, the editing, all this stuff takes time and effort. I put in 110% on my review videos, and especially my photo shoot videos too. So when I see channels popping up left and right and I'm getting as many views and more with little to no effort and knowledge, it's cause for concern. What we do here is extremely difficult. It comes with a lot of challenges and sacrifices. I know that it comes from a good place. I know that my review is coming from a place that is honest. It's coming from a place that I've actually used the gear. I've actually went out and shot with the gear. I've spent time with the gear. I've done photography with what I'm talking about. Even when I sit here and talk about photography, I know that I've actually shot something. Now, would you go out and take legal advice from somebody that's not a lawyer, or medical advice from a non-doctor, somebody that claims to know what they're talking about? You know, there's a lot of guys out there that just turn on the camera and talk about stuff that really they haven't experienced. And I hate these videos that pop up and say, you know what, I'm switching. Well, why are you switching? Why are you switching? Show me examples of what you're talking about. Don't just tell me that the Nikon camera is not as impressive as the Fuji. Show me, right? I can sit here and tell you anything that comes to my mind and convince you and influence you to make a decision on what you should buy or how to shoot something, this and that, but without actually showing you some examples of what I'm talking about, without actually proving to my audience that I actually go and actually shoot. So here's the issue I have. You know, there's a lot of guys and AI generated YouTube channels too. There's a lot of them. They get thousands and thousands and thousands of clicks. From what? From somebody in front of their computer putting clips together, right? And clicking on AI generated, typing in what, copy and pasting dialogue from other websites, pressing play, and voila, you have a YouTube video. Guys that really put in the time, guys that really put in effort, that have experience, and telling you, you know, sitting here telling you how I achieved this result from this video, and actually going out and taking the time and shooting it, mounting the lens on the camera, taking the time to learn photography, to demonstrate what I'm talking about on a YouTube video. The worst part about this is that these channels are growing out there, and these channels are really, they're giving bad advice. They're not really using the gear. They're just talking about it. How can you talk about a gear that you've never used? How can I actually tell you that the Z9 is the best camera in the world if I've never actually touched the Z9 and used it out in the real world? You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't really do reviews on gear that I've never used, that I don't have in my hand to show you. You know, all my videos, like I said, all my videos that I produce on my channel, if you know anything about my channel, 99.9% of the footage on my reviews is created by me. I put in the time to make the B-roll footage. I don't buy it from somebody and just copy and paste it. I make it myself. All the little B-roll videos that you see in there, all the little edits, it takes a lot of time, sacrifice to deliver a product like that on YouTube, a real world review. So when I see channels out there that just, you know, half-ass, you know, sit there and say, hey, this is the best lens and you should really get this camera, and, you know, but I've never actually shot anything in my life. Show me your work. Show me what you've done. There's a lot of these channels out there that actually produce these type of videos without knowing what they're talking about. And it kind of hurts the whole community. You know, it kind of diminishes what we are trying to do here. The guys that put in the time and effort to actually bring you guys real world reviews gear that we've actually used in real life, that we've actually touched and felt. I'd rather go out and show you evidence. I'd rather show you work. Here, this is what I've done with this camera and lens. You decide, you know, no, this sucks. Go with this, you know. Influencers. They're just nothing but influencers, guys. And for these channels to pop up and have viewership like that, it's kind of disheartening for the guys that actually put in the time, sweat, energy, tears, sacrifice, money. You know, money. We lose money doing this YouTube thing. It's not easy. So I want you guys, I'm just putting it out there for you guys that watch content to really distinguish from channels that actually do stuff and the channels that actually just talk. When you take camera and photo advice, gear advice from somebody that's really has no experience and has no business talking about it, and when somebody that doesn't have experience is teaching you photography, you know, and for those of us that really appreciate this space, that want to deliver a good product for you guys to take as much knowledge away from as possible, I think it needs to be said, and I'm gonna say it. So, you know, if you're a channel that just sits here and talks about the news all day, when I hear you start giving advice on cameras what you've never actually used or never showed your work, I have an issue with that. You know, show me what you've done. Show me what you've produced with the gear that you're talking about. Big difference, guys, and I want you guys as viewers to be aware of these two type channels. Again, I don't want to sound like a downer here. I don't want to sound like I'm raining on someone's parade. I'm not. It's just, it needs to be said, because there's a lot of guys out there that are giving advice that they have no business doing so. So with some of the things that are being said about photographers and photography on YouTube is just amazing to me, and a lot of misinformation out there. So I want you guys to be aware of that. All right, guys, go out there, shoot, have fun, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.